Welcome to our show. Join us as we escape the 9 to 5 and begin our journey as entrepreneurs. Hi, I'm Josiah and this is Kelly Nagel, and we're entrepreneurs in the last frontier, the great state of Alaska. We'll release a new podcast every Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. It is a Wednesday yet again. Here we are again.
Welcome back.
So question of the day. We'd love to hear from you. Where are you located? Roughly. You don't have to tell us exactly, but where you're located, like what state, country, and what's your average temp right now? Because here in Anchorage, it is officially winter. It is sweater weather time. Have you ever seen that SNL skit?
Aloha weather.
It is what? It's been in the 30s?
Yeah.
Average temp is somewhere in the 30s.
Our daily high is slowly dropping. Has been the last week, probably upper 30s, and looks like this coming week and the days around it, the high might be around 32 degrees.
Ooh.
That's what it looks like.
It's sweater weather time. It's sweater weather.
Yeah.
We're aloha shirt time.
We had our first snow.
We did. We did have our first snow.
On 17th?
That's on 18th.
18th. Light dusting. Pretty much all melted the next day or so, but
yeah, and now all the trees are bare. There's no leaves left on the trees. It's kind of sad. I did enjoy the fall colors. That was fun. But it is officially winter. It's officially winter. Now I'm just waiting for a ton of snow because that makes winter better, personally. Definitely. If it's going to be cold, it might as well snow. That's my view on it.
Sounds good to me.
So, you wanted to talk today, give some information specifically on Alaska, maybe some Alaska business issues or positive things about Alaska in regards to businesses, or just some neat quirks and whatnot that we have unique to us.
Definitely. So, one big thing for Alaska is cost of living is decently higher than a lot of other areas of the United States. One of the reasons for that is because the geographical separation we have here.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So Alaska is not an island. It is part of the United States. And I have to say that because those are things that I've heard or been asked about.
This is actually true.
So check your map.
Or like Alaskans like to have. We've seen quite a few maps up here where, normally like if you're in a school setting, normally it has like the lower 48 and then it has Alaska and Hawaii in the bottom left corner.
Yep.
No. Here in Alaska, they have maps with Alaska as the main thing and then the lower 48's in the bottom left corner with Hawaii. All like kind of not graphed very well. Not very good. It's pretty unique. Pretty funny.
Look it up. Maybe we'll put a picture like right here
somewhere.
Yeah. So anyway, shipping and transportation makes the cost of everything more expensive here.
Yes.
Right?
Every time.
So there's 3 ways to get to Alaska. One is by land. Since it's not an island, you can drive here. But it's a long trip through the Alaska Highway, the Alcan, that shoots through Canada and into Alaska. It's long, a little remote. There's stretches where you won't see anything or anyone.
Yes. You have to stop for gas. We haven't actually been on it, but we heard many of people say you have to stop for gas when you see the next gas station. There's no question, because you're not sure when the next one will be.
Right. It's not like driving through the United States, the lower 48, where there's a town every now and then. You don't need to worry about filling up your gas because you'll find a gas station. So that's one route. And there's definitely shipping, trucking routes that follow that.
So then 1 by land, 2 by sea.
2 by sea, 3 if by air. So, by sea, Anchorage and Juneau are big shipping ports. Anchorage being the biggest. lots of barges and other ships come back and forth, taking goods both ways. I think most of them are coming from the Seattle, Washington area. Yeah. Some from Oregon, but mostly that northwest area. Have lots of shipping lanes from there, and also international as well. And then air is another big one.
Huge,
with
actually.
the international airport here, Ted Stevens. Lots of stuff coming in and out. That's how most of our personal packages and things like that, say UPS, FedEx, USPS, most of them come by air because it's much faster. The barge and boat options, decent bit slower, so most personal shipping comes through that. But how does that affect us? How does that affect our prices? You know, there are very well established shipping lanes and methods, but because it's more difficult and a little trickier, it affects us. Maybe you've seen what was that show? Ice Road Truckers. That's not necessarily based in our area, but other regions of more remote Alaska, as well as Canada, that's very realistic, and that drives up the cost of goods and services for those remote areas.
Yeah, or even just places that there's plenty of towns in Alaska that don't have a single road going to. Like, they might have a road in between, like in their town, but they don't have a road that you can actually drive to get from Anchorage to wherever. Like, it is, you only fly in, or maybe by boat, if it's a coastal town. So that's very unique as well. You can't always, ice road truck it.
Yeah. And so those areas, they get their goods, you know, whether it's supplies from Walmart or Costco in kind of unique ways. Such as, you go to Walmart, they have some special programs for remote Bush, Alaska, and it can either be flown in for you on a small bush plane, or there's other programs where the Alaska Railroad actually makes stops, and you can get on and go to town to do your shopping, or I believe they do some deliveries through that as well. Pretty unique, and you know, you got to do what you got to do. Everybody needs some supplies. Yeah.
You can't always grow everything you need, especially in the Arctic of Alaska, those times of year. If you didn't have enough firewood, what do? You try to find somebody with firewood that has extra and willing, maybe you pay for it, trade for it, barter for it, something, or get into town and find your firewood, or find, you know, said vegetables or whatnot that you need.
You don't need vegetables. But kind of fun thing I wanted to highlight is how that affects our costs. So maybe some things you might be aware of. The $5 footlong, right? Subway, their famous promotion. Yeah. $5 footlong. They don't do it all the time, I don't think, but when they do, you can get a footlong sandwich from Subway. They usually have 8 or so different options for $5.
Pretty good.
Not bad. Well, here in Alaska, Anchorage area, it's not a $5 footlong. It's a $5.99 footlong. Well, I've actually been further north in the Fairbanks area, and I went to get my $5.99 footlong, and I was shocked. It was a $6.99 footlong.
What?
So, and that's because that's even farther away from the shipping routes. That bread or meat or whatever that they brought into Alaska for my sandwich probably came into Anchorage first, and then probably got put on a truck and driven up to Fairbanks.
Yep.
So that definitely drives up the price.
Yeah, for sure.
A couple other ones, Dominos. You might be familiar with the Dominos promotion. For $5.99, you can get, you have to get 2 items from this list, and each item is $5.99. You can get, for example, 2 medium pizzas, or a medium pizza and some pasta or wings.
Or dessert.
Something like that, yeah. They have quite a list. So, $5.99 for a medium pizza. Well, here in Anchorage, it's $7.99
per item.
So $2 more. And
That adds up.
Yeah. So
Pretty
check
fast.
this out. Next time you're watching TV, listening to the radio, or you get a annoying advertisement in your mail, check for the fine print. We didn't realize this until we moved up here. Usually at the end of the ad, they'll say promotion does not apply in Alaska or Hawaii. So Hawaii has the same problem. They're actually an island, if you didn't know that. But they have the same difficulties with the shipping routes. You can't drive to Hawaii. It's even more a little remote and more expensive than some of the stuff we have here in Alaska because they're definitely more isolated. So check that out. Let us know what you see. And I thought this would be fun. I found recently the McDonald's Quarter Pounder Index, and this looks at areas where the Quarter Pounder is most and least expensive. This is a McDonald's Quarter Pounder sandwich.
Really?
One of their, I guess, classics. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't usually order it, but so let's check.
Wait, you should tell them what you order. Specifically known to at least Anchorage, if not Alaska.
So you might.
We don't go to McDonald's
You might be a
often.
Big Mac fan, and most people would say the Big Mac is a large sandwich. It's one of McDonald's, I think, most famous sandwiches.
Yes.
Well, here in Alaska, we have the Denali Mac. It's bigger than the Big Mac.
I don't know how.
I don't know the specifics. It's a pretty good sandwich.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
And it's pretty big.
And it's also pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Even more expensive than a Big Mac.
Yeah.
But here, check out Quarter Pounder. So, the most and least expensive places to get a Quarter Pounder. Number 1, most expensive, Juneau, Alaska. So, I think they're the most expensive place in Alaska because you can't drive there.
You cannot.
So, Juneau is the capital of Alaska. But it's
along the coast.
Along the coast.
Down here.
Sweet map.
Sweet map.
And the only way to get there is by boat or air.
Yep.
You can't drive there. So that's probably why they're the most expensive. $4.82.
Yeah.
Well, and then we got Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New York, and then boom, number 5, Anchorage, Alaska at $4.35. Right after that, I'm actually surprised by this. It's apparently cheaper in Fairbanks, Alaska. Yeah, I don't know.
How does that make sense? It doesn't.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. Taxes.
Probably something. I don't know.
Maybe it could be property tax. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. So then we come down and Honolulu, Hawaii, as we mentioned, they're up there.
Yes.
And let's see if there's any other Alaska places on here. No, there's probably not McDonald's anywhere else in Alaska.
Yeah.
That might be the 3 locations.
That might
I don't know.
be it.
Least expensive. This might be fun. Okay, Arkansas. All right.
$2.24. That's like half the price.
Yeah, you could get 2 Quarter Pounders for the same price as, for less than 1 Quarter Pounder in Juneau.
Wow. That's impressive.
Pretty crazy. So, yeah, it kind of gives you an idea how shipping can affect cost of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really does. Especially when they say, oh, we can't ship to Alaska. And it's like, wait a second. What? Like USPS comes up here, UPS, FedEx. I never understand that. It's like every other industry sees it, but then it's like, no, we don't ship to Alaska.
Well, it's scary.
Yeah.
You watch all those Alaska shows. No, I forget.
We only get our mail by mushing dogs. Dog mush.
Delivered to our igloo.
Yeah.
So I forget where I was trying to order something from, but I was having issues, and talked to customer service, and their response was, "Oh, we're sorry, we only ship to the United States."
What? Say this again?
Yeah, I think I bought from somewhere else in that instance because it wasn't even worth explaining.
Alaska is the 49th state. We are the 49th star on the flag. If anybody needs a reminder of that.
Yep.
Yikes.
Anyway.
I did hear, this is a side note, maybe we can find the article and link it.
Okay.
I did hear I'm pretty sure it's the governor is working with, now obviously someone in the federal government as well, working with Canada to get a train through Canada connecting Alaska, Canada, and then the lower 48. That would so help with
Think
shipping
that'll
stuff.
happen in our lifetimes?
I don't know. Maybe.
They're also going to build a bridge to Hawaii.
Right? Yeah, we'll see about that one.
Yeah.
That would be cool
Yeah.
if they made a train.
A channel.
A channel. Yikes. So, switching gears a little bit. The top industries in Alaska, what do you think they are?
Top industries.
So, list them, comment down below. Let us know what you think. What are your top? What do you think the top? We'll go with 3.
Top 3? Okay,
top 3. That's not 3.
Is this 3 by size of company, amount of revenue?
This is
What's
by the number of jobs.
Number of jobs. Oh, okay.
Like it offers to specifically Alaskans. Or maybe offers in the state of Alaska. Because obviously I could be a non-Alaskan and fly up here for the summer or something.
They have to be
offered in Alaska.
Residents?
No.
The company's based in Alaska?
Yeah, they just offer jobs in Alaska.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay. So I'm thinking maybe... Are you ready for my guesses?
Okay, I'm ready for your guesses.
Okay, I'm thinking...
Number 1. Are we doing it in order?
Well, I'm just kind of brainstorming here.
Okay.
Oil is huge. It's definitely on the list.
Okay. Why do you think that?
Well, there's so many big oil companies up here. And lots of... well, you know... Yeah, I think oil. Okay. Definitely is on the list.
Final answer?
No, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to submit.
Brainstorming.
I think the fishing industry is probably up there.
Okay.
But that's also very seasonal. So, I wonder if that could affect this ranking. But then I was just thinking, I wonder if something like Alaska Air. Yeah, like.
I'm trying not to give anything away.
Okay. So what would that be called? Air transportation? Or maybe just transportation in general. That's an industry?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
So you're talking like just airplanes, or you can talk like airplanes, train,
boat, truck,
bus,
automobile, bicycle.
Okay.
Dog team. No, okay, no, but the big ones. Air, boat, and truck.
Okay.
That's the transportation shipping industry in a nutshell.
Okay, so you got
I think that's number 1.
You think
that's number one?
Okay.
The transportation industry,
locked it
number
in.
1. Lock it in. Number 2, oil. Number 3, fishing.
Wow, impressive. You came up with that list fast.
Final answer.
All right. Do you have any backups?
No, that's it.
Do you have any like 4th and 5th place?
Number 4th, Walmart. No,
I would fight you on that one. I think that one is Costco.
Yeah, well,
Costco
yeah. There's not that many Walmarts.
But Costco, oh my goodness, up here it is packed, and there are so many employees. I am shocked.
Yeah, but there's only 3 Costcos in the entire state.
Probably.
So yeah.
Is there one in Juneau? There's 2 Costcos in Anchorage, 1 in Fairbanks. Is there one in Juneau?
Nobody cares.
I wonder. I just wonder. Okay, so we'll go to the top 3, and then there's 2 that I kind of wonder. Don't cheat. Don't cheat.
Okay.
Don't cheat your answers. Okay. So top 5.
Top 5.
Quick summary. Do you want the quick summary now, or you mean to go one by one?
Go one by one.
Go one by one.
Keep the suspense rolling.
1 to 5 or 5 to 1?
5 to 1.
Okay.
We don't care about 5 and 4. I didn't put a guess, so I automatically
This one
get it right.
I was actually kind of surprised about. I was actually kind of surprised. So, based off of Newsmax.com, I trust their sourcing. I read through this article. They have good sources.
Based off of Yahoo Answers.
Who uses Yahoo? What's Yahoo?
You did when you submitted the question and answer.
If anything, it should be Google, okay? Okay, number 5 is
Ask Jeeves says. Go ahead. Number 5.
I remember that. Ask Jeeves? I remember. Okay. Number 5. The timber industry.
Timber.
Now, it does say it's decreasing some in the past couple decades, but it's still, I think it says, it says has several hundred employees. Like over several.
Several hundred employees.
I know. That doesn't sound like a lot.
Makes it a top industry. How many people are in Alaska? Several thousand?
Only one.
Okay.
There's only one.
There are approximately 700,000.
Okay, number 4. Now, these are just 5 and 4. That's why I didn't necessarily trust that.
No, that makes sense. Okay, it's going to be a lot cheaper to have your own timber industry in the state than it is to ship in from timber? Seattle.
Yeah, especially, let alone just firewood. There are plenty of people in Alaska who use firewood to heat their homes. That makes a lot of
sense. I hadn't thought about that. Okay, timber. All right.
Now, again, 5 and 4, I'm like, eh.
Okay.
For mining.
Oh, yeah.
So, gold. They were part of the gold rush, Alaska.
Yeah. Oh, maybe we'll talk about that next podcast.
And then,
the gold rush.
We should. Okay, the industry mines for silver, coal, copper, lead, and zinc.
And pebbles.
Well. So it says in 2010, so this is a little outdated. That's like last decade. The mining industry provided just over 4,000 jobs for people. So that's pretty impressive. And then I think it says here it boosted the number to 8,200 jobs. It's like doubled it by 2010 somewhere.
That's
it's a little questionable.
That's all it takes to be a top industry. 8,000 employees.
Yeah. That kind of makes sense.
All right, let's do it.
In Alaska.
By the end of next year, we will be number 6.
Okay.
If timber can get on the list with a couple hundred, we could probably get on the list with like 3.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Next slide.
Okay, so now this is for sure.
Okay.
Number 3, fishing. The fishing industry. Okay, we need to put
That's what I said.
Point tally.
That's what I said. That's 1 point.
Because you not only guessed it in the top 3, you guessed it in the right position.
Exactly right.
Okay. Calibrated. So you get really 2 points for that.
My precision is uncanny.
2 points because it was in the top 3 plus right position.
Okay, I'll take it.
It makes sense. Obviously seasonal, but
it
makes sense. It says, well, there's apparently 34,000 miles of coastline in Alaska. 34,000 miles.
Wow.
Obviously, that's the most out of any state in the lower 48.
Okay.
I kind of want to know, is that more than the lower 48, though?
Because the top is all Canada. That's not coastline. So you got the East Coast.
Yeah.
Down around Florida.
And then Mexico's
Gulf
right
of
there.
Mexico. But then, you lose some coastline there with Texas and that border.
We need
all the way over to
figure
Cali.
out that info.
Then you got all the West Coast up to...
Whereas Alaska, it is almost all
Canada,
the way around.
Juneau.
Plus
all the islands.
Plus all the islands.
That's got to be worth, like, another couple miles.
It does.
All those little squiggles.
That go, like, all the way up to, like, Russia.
To Russia.
It does. So it says, guess how many pounds of fish they harvest?
How many pounds? How many millions of pounds? Help me out here.
Think bigger.
Billions?
Yeah.
Trillions?
Okay.
Believe me. Tremendous. 7.3 billion pounds of fish per year.
Final answer. 5.35 billion pounds of fish and shellfish in 2011.
Okay, that was 11. The fish has just gone up. In 2019, 7.3.
We will double check that
It's
one.
probably gone down, actually.
We will double check that one. So, guess it has however many thousands of jobs.
The fishing industry.
Yeah.
How many thousands of jobs? Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with... Okay, hold on. Mining had 8,200?
Yes.
15,000 for fishing industry.
Seasonally, it can have up to 60,000.
60. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. That's impressive. That's
a lot of
20% of Anchorage.
Yeah. I think we'll be below that on the list.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably. It does say on average full-time jobs is 8,000. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Lower.
Definitely seasonal.
Because that makes sense, right? You know, stuff ices over.
When
it
the
gets cold.
salmon are here, you need more fishers.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 2?
Number 2. So what was your guess again?
I said oil.
You
What
said
was
oil.
number 2?
Honey, you should have known this. I didn't want to give anything away. Number 2 was the travel industry.
Travel industry.
Get it together. You should have known that. No, it's okay. So for obvious reasons, this is also seasonal. There's still travelers that come up during winter time, which it is beautiful, and I would highly suggest you come up in winter. But not everybody wants to.
You can see the Northern Lights. You
Yeah.
can see the Iditarod. Northern Lights are supposed to be pretty good this week.
Yeah, they are. We
gotta check it out.
Yeah.
The Iditarod in February, March time frame.
Yeah.
You can. Okay, so it's
This
a
is
short
not
list.
good.
It's a short list. No, you can go ice fishing. You can go snow machining. You can go.
You can ride
skiing. There's
sled dogs.
a couple different
offer
places
that.
to go skiing. Sled dogs. Yeah.
There's
That's
plenty of
pretty
things.
fun.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
pretty fun.
Alyeska Ski Resort is great.
Yeah.
It's pretty. There's plenty of things. And we could go on and on
Yeah,
about all the things you can do in the winter.
For Roundy Festival.
That is a fun one. If you ever want to come up during winter, I would highly suggest. When is that? It's typically like the last week of February and like first week of March.
And it culminates with the start of the Iditarod.
Yep.
Yeah.
Highly recommend those. Those are always fun. They have a ton of fun things.
Okay, so travel.
So it had, in 2013, how many millions of people visited the state?
2013, how many millions? 6 million.
Okay, a little high. 1.96. But
Well, yeah, 20.
I don't think we can process that
You
many
said
people.
2019? Yeah, that wasn't a good year.
2013.
Oh,
2013.
man.
So it was a little long.
I can't speak to that.
That was last decade, but you know.
Yeah.
And it makes sense.
Adjust for inflation.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
But you do know this one.
Okay.
What's the way most travelers get up here?
Oh, cruise ship.
Yep.
Yeah. So most people come by cruise ship. They stop in Juneau, and then they usually stop somewhere else. Seward, Anchorage, and they can do day trips from there, or hop on a bus, jet up to Denali, do something cool, maybe all the way to Fairbanks, go see the hot springs, go see Santa Claus at the North Pole.
Yes.
And then get back on the boat, or just get back on a plane and fly home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can't get on a boat from Fairbanks, but yeah.
Well, yeah, okay. Fly back to Seward. And,
Yeah, that's typically what they do.
drive back.
Or train. Train's a great
train,
way.
yeah,
We love the train. So,
Okay, so
but
that's number 2.
overall, it gives 39,000 jobs. Maybe they did do this off numbers. Maybe they did do this off dollars.
Fishing
Maybe
was 60,000.
I know. I feel like they might have categorized it both ways. I need to double check that again. I think it's based off jobs and maybe money wise.
Combination.
Too.
Revenue.
Maybe a combo. Because it brought in tourism brought in $1.8 billion annually. And then the number increases to 2.42 billion with the addition of labor income from visitor industry jobs. So that would be something like fishing.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a lot of people that
seasonal.
come from the lower 48 or even different countries that come internationally to work here.
All right, what's number 1?
Number 1. Are you
It's
ready?
got to be, so since I was wrong about tourism,
I know.
number 1's got to be oil. Because I know oil's on the list.
You got it.
Right? Okay.
Okay, so you get a point for that. So you got 3 points total out of 6 possibility.
50%.
That's okay. That's not passing, but you know.
Bell curve. I'm right at the top.
You're right at the top.
You want to be at the top so you can see the enemy coming from both sides of the hill.
Got it.
Strategic.
So it says petroleum specifically.
Petrol.
And it's responsible for 34% of jobs in Alaska.
Wow.
That is huge.
Wow.
34%.
Okay.
Wow, that's impressive. Let's see. How do you pronounce that?
Prudhoe Bay.
Prudhoe. Thank
Prudhoe
you,
Bay.
because I can never get it right.
Yeah.
Prudhoe Bay.
Big time.
Big time in petroleum. That's what everyone calls the North Slope.
Mm-hmm.
North Slope. Up at the top. Back to the Alaska map. Up here.
By your wrist. Got it.
Yep. Wrist. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
34%.
And it brought in, that would also make sense, because that's where we get our PFD. PFD. Ka-ching.
All right.
Is generated from that.
Not so much anymore.
I know.
Well.
Too bad. But obviously with that information, you know that petroleum and oil, gas, big deal.
Yeah.
Here in the last frontier.
Last frontier.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that's interesting.
The land of the midnight
okay.
sun.
So, I thought this was I pulled this out of my dusty files. 2019 Power List. Alaska Business Magazine. So, what this talks about is kind of related to that. It's all the big industries, companies, etc. in Alaska. Why is this kind of neat? I'm sure every state or region has something like this. So if you're searching for a job, if you are trying to build a business and figure out what industry you want to be in, find something like this to see what other people in your area are doing successfully. Or
what's missing.
Or what's missing. Or what businesses are successful that you might want to work for or learn from.
For sure.
Let's see if this matches what you just looked at.
Oh, no. Are you checking my sources?
So we've got some cool stuff in here. One is kind of, they do some awards every year for top companies in different categories. But what I'm going to go to is the top 49ers. Ooh. Not the football team. This is Alaskan companies ranked by revenue. All right. Okay. So, number 1, Arctic Slope Regional Corporation. Petroleum.
Shock.
Yep.
Could you maybe explain for those who maybe get confused, what's the difference between revenue and profit?
So revenue would be the total amount of money that the business brings in.
Okay.
Profit would be the revenue minus any expenses they have, whether those expenses are buying equipment, hiring different services to help the company, or paying their employees.
Or for the product, right? Like expenses for the product.
Or materials. Yeah. So revenue minus expenses is profit. So right here we're just talking about revenue.
Okay. Got it.
Arctic Slope Regional Corporation, petroleum business. 2017 revenue. Wow. Nearly 2.7 billion with a B. Huge. Okay, next one.
2.7 billion.
Next one, Bristol Bay Native Corporation. So they also are somewhat in the petroleum industry. They do construction. They do other government and industrial services and some tourism. 1.7 billion. There's a lot of there's a lot of big native corporations that own land, so they get money from oil companies, and all sorts of other stuff that they work with. So the next one is Nana, another native
corporation. Got it.
Linden, transportation. They do almost $1 billion. They do lots of trucking back and forth around the state.
Yeah, that's huge.
Chugach Electric, they do a lot of government contracting for facility services, energy services, land, resource development. Let's just skim over the next few, see what we're looking at. Okay, so the next couple are all a little bit defense contracting, government services, construction, those kind of sectors.
We didn't really cover that. That's a huge industry. Could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, military contracts. There's several big bases here.
Yeah, Alaska is a very strategic place, and Anywhere there's a base, there's a lot of jobs in the construction and upkeep of facilities and all sorts of other contracting type things. Let's see if we got anything else in here that's different. Some more oil, construction. Okay. More oil. Yeah, it looks like oil. And I would wager most of these construction and transportation businesses at the top of this list are assisting oil companies with their work. They're doing jobs and building for them. So let's see how far we've got to go to find something in the fishing industry. A lot more construction.
Wait a second.
Oil and gas. Three Bears, Alaska.
Wow.
Okay, that's the first one's a little different. Three Bears, Alaska is a retail store, mostly grocery.
Yeah.
But they also have...
That's impressive. Good job.
Sporting goods, general merchandise. Three Bears is all over the state. That's probably why. Even in some of the remote areas.
I feel like that's their key, though. They like to have
like,
Three Bears.
Is there a Three Bears in Anchorage? I don't think so. I think the closest one's in the valley. Mm-hmm. A little bit north.
Wasilla or Palmer? Is it Wasilla? I think it's Wasilla.
Then we get into some banking. More engineers, construction. All right, now we're starting to get into some internet and phone products businesses.
Shock, that's a big deal.
Oh, look at here. Anchorage Chrysler Dodge Center. All right. Car dealership. All right. Where's the fishing? Oh, we got some coal mine there.
I saw maybe a bank or two.
Oil, air cargo, more banks. Some airport-related businesses.
Airport equipment rentals. Okay.
Energy. And more general contracting construction. So no fishing there at the top. That's interesting.
It's actually surprising.
Maybe that's because there's not really one giant corporation that owns a huge fleet of boats. It's a lot of... I would say smaller businesses where they own a few boats and they go out and do their thing.
I feel like that might be the case.
There's a lot of money in that industry, but there might not be one specific business or corporation that's got a high percentage of that.
Yeah, running revenue. The whole thing. Yeah, that's probably accurate.
Interesting. Well, that's kind of fun. Check out what's in your area. I'm sure, I don't know, maybe this is just an Alaska thing. Let me know if your state doesn't have this. I'm sure most do. The 2019 Power List. Can't wait for the 2020 Power List to see what's changed.
I feel like it'll be about the same.
Well, maybe it'll change a little bit with the current economy due to the pandemic.
Yeah, could be.
Maybe that'd be interesting to compare. All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll set that aside.
Okay, so you told me this happened apparently just a couple weeks ago here in Anchorage. What happened? You told me this story, and I kind of want to hear it again.
Okay, so welcome to Bear News. Is that good?
Yeah, I'm going to put the title like right across the center.
Do it one more time. Bear News. So, podcast 3, Entrepreneur, you heard it here first. Bear News.
Okay.
We got two pretty unique bear related news articles. So we're gonna flip over to those.
Oh no.
See what we're looking at.
These are my favorite.
Alright, right here. The headline. Anchorage Daily News. Brown bear breaks into Alaska Zoo, kills alpaca named Caesar. Good
Killed
stuff.
Caesar.
So if you don't know who Caesar is, Caesar.
Is that kind of ironic that he's also named Caesar?
Oh, et tu brute. I don't know.
Yikes.
Was the bear his friend? I doubt it. So Caesar was a long time Alaska Zoo alpaca resident. He'd been there a long time. Let's see. I believe he was right there, 16 years old.
He was only 16. How long do alpacas live? I wonder.
Alpacas?
I'm sure longer than 16.
Only 16 years for Caesar's case. Just look at him.
Aww.
Just look at him. So anyway, there was a brown bear. Maybe I'll link this article so you can read the full thing. But there was a brown bear that had kind of been slinking around the Anchorage Zoo.
Oh no!
Looking for some snacks. I heard he was breaking into some bear-proof trash cans and things like that. You gotta
That's not
bear-proof
surprising.
stuff, but hey, he's a brown bear. Can't keep him out of everything.
They're stubborn. They're stubborn.
And so, on a Sunday morning when the zoo was closed, this bear tunneled in through the perimeter fence. So he dug under. And then, let's see, what kind of... So,
no.
Caesar and his buddy, Fuzzy Charlie, were in their enclosure.
Oh, no!
Cedar split rail fence. And no problem for Big Brown. He splits right through that fence and kills Caesar.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, good news. Fuzzy Charlie was not harmed.
Okay, this is good. This is very
physically.
good. Oh,
I
no.
would think he's probably been harmed mentally and emotionally.
Yeah, I could imagine.
The article says wide-eyed and skittish is how they found Fuzzy Charlie. Wide-eyed and skittish. Have you ever seen an alpaca that is wide-eyed and skittish?
I could imagine. I have not seen one like that.
Have you ever seen your... maybe we don't want to go there. I was going to say best friend killed by a brown bear that broke through 2 fences before your eyes.
Yeah, that
on
would...
a Sunday morning.
That would make me wide-eyed and skittish.
I'd be out for revenge. Well, you don't need to worry. This brown bear's been taken care of. Fish and Game came in. They put up some cameras.
Oh, no.
And they found the fella. He was approximately 600 pounds.
600 pounds.
He came back supposedly the next day. Maybe
That's
looking
not
for
shocking.
Fuzzy Charlie. He had a taste.
Yikes.
He had a taste of old boy Caesar, and he wanted more.
He wanted more alpaca.
Alpaca. I've never had alpaca, but maybe we should head over to the zoo and get ourselves a slice.
No. No.
And then Fish and Game put Big Brown down, and he won't be hunting any alpacas anytime soon.
And they do that, right? Because once this bear gets interested, they're like, okay, it's not going to go away.
He obviously came back.
I've actually
He enjoyed it.
So I've heard Fish and Game before.
He wanted more.
Has tried to rehabilitate these bears and take them to a more remote area, maybe really far away, thousands of miles, and they show back up.
The cat came back.
They show back up.
They thought he was a goner, but
They show back up. So what else do you have to do if they're going to keep killing the zoo animals?
Okay.
I don't want a tiger to get out. They've got tigers at the Alaska Zoo.
Yeah.
I don't want to look around. I've heard that'll be another story for another time.
Okay. So here's a question. Here's a question for you. Big Brown. I made that name up. That's not actually his name. I don't think he had a name.
We're going to name him Big Brown.
Big Brown. 600
There it
pounds. Is Big Brown actually big
600 pounds? That sounds huge.
for a brown bear? We're about to find out.
Oh,
Every year,
my.
the Katmai Conservancy
That's right.
does Fat Bear Week.
That's right. And we missed it. Did we miss it?
We missed our chance to vote. But right here,
We'll have to make
right now, we're going to review the results of Fat Bear Week 2020. This is going to be good.
Awesome.
I know who won overall,
Oh, don't tell me. I want to guess.
but I don't know the other contestants.
Is it going to show me right now? Do I need to show
Champion?
one?
Don't look. Oh. I mean, I don't think there's any way to avoid it. Okay, so you're going to see right here. 2020 Fat Bear Week champion is coming to you live.
That image.
The brown bear, affectionately named 747.
just like the airplane.
Yeah.
Not just any airplane.
He's as big
cargo plane.
as a 747. There's a picture of his backside. It doesn't even look like a bear. It just looks like a brown blob that a toddler drew. There is no neck.
That's just the back.
There is no head. There are no legs. It's just a brown blob. Okay, so if you don't know much about bears, right? They hibernate throughout the winter.
Yeah.
And in preparation for hibernating, because they're basically sleeping most of the winter, they're not really up and at it eating lots. They pack on the pounds.
Yeah.
And then their body uses that fat reserve to survive through the winter. So
that is insane.
Yeah. And so every year, this is the Katmai.
You should show the
Okay.
how they competed.
So this was a legit competition, nothing funny going on. And everyone, check it out next year. You can vote on which bear is the fattest.
Explorer.org. Is that where you can vote? Right there?
I believe so. Explore.org.
Okay.
And part of the Katmai Conservancy. It's a little wildlife refuge area. And they keep track of these bears. They take photos of them throughout the year.
Oh my goodness.
For fun stuff this.
Don't they have, so when they come out of hibernation, they're obviously very, very hungry because they're also very, very skinny.
Right.
So they'll do like a photo. Oh, is that what you're about to go to?
So let's scroll to the bottom and we can see the full lineup right here.
Oh my goodness.
Fat Bear Week 2020.
Oh
and they've got great
goodness.
names. We've got Walker.
Some of them aren't named though. Otis.
Yeah, I guess some of them didn't even get the honor of a name. They just have a number.
Grazer.
Bear number 857.
Grazer.
Chunk,
Holly. That's a good one.
Grazer.
Holly.
Yeah, Grazer. 435's Cub. I guess 435, is he on here? 435 is Holly. Oh, man. Obesity runs in the family.
Those suckers.
Okay.
I'm sure are huge.
Right here. Fat Bear Week matchup number 1.
My goodness. Look at this one on the left.
856 versus 151.
Look
and then
at 151.
we've got a before and after photo. Most people, when they post before and after photos, they go from chunky to chiseled.
Right.
That's not what we're talking about here.
We're
going from lean and mean to fat and mean. That's not a great rhyme. But okay.
Wow.
These are big bears.
And this only happens June, July, August, September. Yeah. Only 3 months.
End of June through end of September.
3 months.
Look at that. Packing on the pounds. These guys are getting pounds from fishing.
That's
impressive. They say fish is good for you. Omega, whatever, fatty acid oils.
Yes.
It could make you look like this. Be careful. Be careful.
Oh,
all right.
My goodness.
Week 2. Matchup 2.
Look at
402
the belly.
versus 812.
Look at the belly of 402. Oh.
Is that the same bear?
Oh my goodness.
He's darker in the after photo. Oh, he must be wet, maybe. I don't know.
Wow.
I'd definitely say 812 one here.
Wow. Yeah, I agree. But I'm just surprised by that belly.
Who won? Yep, they say number 812 won with
I missed the last
39,000 votes.
What
and the last one, 151.
Oh, I liked that one. That was impressive.
Okay. All right, next up. Matchup 3. Fat Bear Week.
They all get profiles. That's awesome.
Okay, so we've got number 32 versus number 719. Who are you voting for? 32. Easy. Look at that gut.
That is actually pretty impressive.
Gut. So who won? Number 32. Called it. All right. Next up.
Oh, look at the cub.
Number 4. Wow, that's the cub. 435.
That's actually impressive.
He is fuzzy.
I do have to say 909. That's impressive.
909 is definitely a bigger bear.
And look how much he gained.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the cub grew a ton.
So in his before photo, he has a neck.
Yeah.
And that's a long neck. In his after photo,
there's no neck.
There's just folds of fat. All right, who won?
God.
909, of course.
Yeah.
All right. Oh. I think I almost gave the answer. Matchup number 5, 151 versus 480.
151.
151.
151.
Okay.
Sure.
Who won?
They didn't tell us.
Oh, man, they didn't say.
Do they say it in the description?
Matchup 6. No.
Huh.
Matchup 6. Ooh.
Ooh. 747 for sure.
Well, we already know he won.
But, I mean, look at that photo.
812 is not a small guy either.
But 747 crushes it.
812
Look
put
at
on
that photo.
747, he looks like the after photo of some of these bears.
Yeah.
In the before photo.
Yeah. You can't really tell he has a neck there either.
Dude's massive. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Look at 128.
32 versus 128.
128. Easy.
We have a cub.
Look at that.
A cub turns into a man.
Oh, 128 for sure.
Wow.
For sure.
And then they say Chunk wins. Number 32 is Chunk.
Wow.
So
okay.
this guy won, I think.
Oh, that's probably it. They probably went back and forth on a couple of those weeks because once you went through the brackets.
Yeah.
Then, you know, you
let
start
me see if I can
repeating.
zoom in a little and make this bigger. All right, so bing, bing, bing. So it ended up being Chunk versus 747.
Wow.
And 747 took it. Let's find another photo of Ah, that's unreal.
They chose the perfect photo for that.
That's huge.
Look at that. Look at that
He's
art.
got his own artwork.
That's
Look,
just good.
he's posing. He looks like a hippopotamus.
He does. Look at that.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's awesome.
Unreal. So
We need to mark our
tune in-
calendars.
Tune in next year. We're going to mark our calendar because this is the second year
We've missed it.
that we've missed it. They do
Last
it every year.
Last year, we didn't know about it. We found out about it after the fact that
Yeah.
who won. We were like, what? And then we were like, we got to do this. And this year, we totally forgot. I can't
Yeah.
believe we did that.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Oh, well. Okay. So
That was fun.
I think,
Good find, honey.
Yeah. Excellent find. Quality news. If you want to know what's going on around the world,
No,
Tune in
specifically,
here.
at least Alaska. At least Alaska.
okay. All right. Tune in here to find out about fat bears
Oh,
and
yeah.
dead alpacas.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
For sure.
Let's finish this out.
How else do you end it? That was awesome.
Incredible.
Cool music.
Yeah.
Tune in
cool
next
music.
time. Subscribe, like, share.
And
Anything
check
else?
out our other videos.
Yeah. Let us know. He needs a new one. What
I,
color? He's only got like a darker blue, light blue.
I didn't
regional
buy a
manager.
shirt this week. I need to up my game. I'm not committed.
You need to commit more.
I think I'm going to look for a red one.
Oh, yeah. You don't
But-
have a red one.
Aloha. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Bye.